Welcome back to episode 2 of Knicks MyGM. Now, before we start the gameplay, I found this trade for Tyson Chandler and the 2017 Phoenix first round pick for Robin Lopez and Langston Galloway, and I really like that trade, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Call up the GM. See if we could get a second round pick, and we can. Always make sure, guys, when you're doing these trades to add a second round pick or something, and you might be able to get it.
Get up out of your seat. Let's make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 4, Iman Shumpert. At center, 7 feet 1 inch, number 20, Timothy Mozgov. At forward, 6'10", he's out of UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. He's starting at point guard from Duke University, number 2, Kyrie Irving. He's starting at forward, number 23, LeBron James. David.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head back on the road. This, their first look at this year's New York squad. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And last year, boy, it was fun watching these two teams get together. They split the season series. Very even matchup.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, Anthony is out there with T, and it's Chandler. Then there's Calderon, and it's Iverson in at the 2. Now here's LeBron. Iman Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. Love the pass to Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Irving. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Irving's got the first points of the night for Cleveland. Steve, as you said, these were maybe the 2 most evenly matched teams in the conference.
It was such a hard-fought series. I mean, it would be great to see a similar series this season.
And the Cavaliers with possession. We play just over a minute here in the first. The feed to Mozgov. Back to Irving. Takes it from 10. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kev, I caught up with Coach David Black. He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow 3, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Jose Calderon signed by the Mavericks to a 4-year contract last season. Along with Monte Ellis, he helped elevate Dallas to become a top 5 team offensively.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving attacking. Here's Mozgov. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Mozgov's got his first basket. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Chandler. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
James against Anthony. Love kicks to Irving. James outside. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Here's Mozgov. Outside Irving. He's looking for Love and finds him.
Kevin Love, I think, solidifying his place last season among the best players in the world. A first-time starter in the All-Star game, and incredible numbers. 26 points, over 12 boards a game in the regular season.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Calderon kicks to Anthony. Got a piece of it. Chandler dishes to Calderon. Lets it go from 14. And that one comes up a bit short.
And GM's agreed, voting Kevin Love the top power forward going into last season. He did nothing to dissuade him. I mean, he's a great scorer, and he's been in the top 3 in rebounding for 3 of the last 4 seasons.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
And a quick look at last year and the season Kevin Love had. 3rd in rebounding, and also finished among the NBA's top 5 scorers. So just an unbelievable season for him offensively.
And Steve, you pointed out his success as a rebounder last season as well. I mean, he excelled at using his strength to fight through bodies and muscle his way to the glass.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. Feeds to James. That is good. James has got his second basket.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy. He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Shumpert passes to Irving. Shumpert a screen on Calderon. Irving dishes to Love. He kicks to Mozgov. No good. Chandler with the defensive effort. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Anthony can't hit. The Cavaliers leading, and the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 6 points.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The pass to T. Kicks it to Chandler. Buries it down low. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, with the shakeups for the Knicks, with the coaching change and even the change in the front office during last season, you absolutely expect them to take on a new direction.
Now here's James. Love with the screen for LeBron. Love outside. The tray. They get it back. Mozgov with the bucket.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
So it's the Knicks now. They trail by 3, and that one's good. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Irving. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Anthony kicks to Chandler. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. It's blocked. They retain possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Second, Carmelo Anthony. LeBron James third.
And what an option either one of these two guys gives you, because they're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Kevin Love, an incredible rebounder. And it seems, Steve, he's brought that same desire and tenacity to his overall development as a player.
Yeah, his commitment to his conditioning has been big. His development with his three-point shooting, constantly working on his game, and he's become one of the big stars in this league by putting in the time and effort.
O'Neal. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
When you talk about that internal drive and desire for Kevin Love, you see it from his physique to his skills, and most of all, in his video game numbers, which are even more eye-popping than his real numbers.
Good point, Clark. Very, very good point. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Williams. Varejau with a screen on a Flalo. And Jefferson, here we go. Here's Varejau.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here's Williams. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly. And I think as much as desire, Love's understanding of the game plays a big role in his success. He knows where to be on the court, but also what he needs to do off the court to put himself in position to be successful.
And he gets it to go. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Back to Williams. Dellavedova kicks to Williams. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Johnson attacking. And he gets it to go. And now it's only a 5-point Cavalier lead.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Shaq with the bucket.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Here's Dellavedova following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. Williams passes to Thompson. Back to Williams. Dellavedova kicks to Williams. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Aflalo. The shot by Williams, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's O'Neal. Varejau comes up with the rebound. Varejau's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Dellavedova dishes to Williams.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good.
They're shooting extremely well from the free throw line now.
And Williams drops them both.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Grant. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Now here is Varejau. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Jefferson has a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. Got it off in time, but it's no good. with the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Chandler out there with T. Then there's Calderon. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Now here's Anthony. Following the miss by Kevin Love. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Carmelo Anthony.
You know, there were a lot of people, me included, thinking that Cleveland would take a step forward and be a team that could make moves in the East and perhaps get to the playoffs, but injuries and inner turmoil really kept that team from being playoff caliber.
Shot clock at 6. Again, James missing.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Aflalo. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And Cleveland ended 10th in the Eastern Conference last year. They got close, but they couldn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, there would be a lot of shocked analysts if they didn't finish near the top of the East this season. All it takes is one good summer, and your team can jump to the top of the East.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, it seemed like the Knicks would always find a way to come up short on the road, and that was reflected in their overall record as the road team.
Well, as you guys were saying, those close losses did add up for the Knicks last year, and Steve, it certainly hurt them in the standings.
Sure did, Kevin. I mean, 18-23 road record. You know, they were better than others at getting those away wins, but he missed out on a few chances by letting some games slip away.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for LeBron.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. You've got to get their defense in gear.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Iverson's checked in for the Knicks. Irving kicks to Mozgov. LeBron outside. Down low. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
New York shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Well, Jose Calderon, a huge boost offensively at point guard. He's a terrific floor general, sets up his teammates nicely, takes good care of the ball, and he's a top-tier marksman. In the NBA, we call those guys lasers. He can do it off the bounce or spotting up.
And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. The offensive rebound, T. Good D from Love.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by Irving. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead. He talked, Steve, about Calderon shooting. In his career, he's led the league in both free throw percentage and three-point percentage.
I guess the trade-off is defensively. I mean, he's solid, not spectacular, but his shooting is such a problem for defenses, and especially when you pair him with good players like Dallas did a year ago. Boy, he can really play and space that floor.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. Outside Irving. LeBron sets the screen for Irving. Pass to Mozgov. Now Love inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Love's got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
You gotta like the defense, not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Irving against Calderon. Irving passes to James. He dishes it to Shumpert. Back to James, 11 feet away. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
Iman Shumpert, an aggressive, he continues to grow.
O'Neal's check in for T. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Third is Kevin Love.
How about the season he had in the paint? Just rebounding numbers were mind-boggling.
Knicks trail by 7. Calderon kicks to Chandler. Now the dish to O'Neal. Iverson passes to Chandler. Tries again. No good. Good D by James.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Irving kicks to James. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt,
Well said.
Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put.
At the line for your Cavaliers.
You know, I'm thinking about if he should actually be more in awe of LeBron. I mean, it's just hard to imagine what he does almost on a nightly basis. Just some incredible things out on that court.
And fans and media have grown somewhat inured to LeBron's amazing play. Look that one up, folks. But I think deep down we all realize that we are watching something truly special when he plays and how he comports himself between the lines and outside. It's just a matter of really being able to recognize how he fits into the NBA's history book.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. T's checked in for New York. Irving with a clean look. Second shot opportunity, and it's Love laying it in. Love's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
But they recover it. Calderon, and the rejection by James. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and it's Anthony again missing. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Irving attacking. Kicks it out to Love. Mozgov dishes to Irving. Passes it to LeBron. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. James has got 11.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Here's O'Neal. Here's T. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. T's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Bulls.
And a lot of their scoring in that win came from unexpected places, from guys who don't typically get a lot of minutes.
And you know what? Those guys on the bench, they practice every day too, even if they don't play every night. And that night, they were ready.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Williams, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. The feed to James. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Now LeBron after the missed three by Carmelo. LeBron with the bucket.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
The three from Iverson. Varejao grabs the board. Varejão's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Now here's Iverson. Mo Williams unable to get his shot to go.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Elbit over the pass to Williams. He feeds it to LeBron. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Shaq.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a new group in for the Knicks. Luis Scola, he's checked in for T. Johnson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Aflalo is checked in for Allen Iverson. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Double team on Williams. Pass to Dellavedova. Feeds to Varejao. Johnson against LeBron. And Johnson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. And that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
These guys know each other well, clearly, because that was a beautiful pass.
Lets it go from deep. Shot's good. Aflalo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Shooting lots more threes here in the second.
I'm not sure if that's going to work real well here. They probably are better off getting something inside.
Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Grant. And James gets it to go on the assist from Dellavedova. And that's 19 points for LeBron. Johnson for 3. LeBron with some nice D.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
And Varejao kicks to Dellavedova. James a screen on Scola. And the pass to LeBron. Out to Thompson. Williams for 3. And no good trying to get that one. And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers lead by 13. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 8 rebounds, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical. And he's trying to do his part right there.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now, here is Irving, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And Love has it in the corner. He kicks it to Shumpert. Irving with a clean look. Again, Irving missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, the big storyline, obviously, LeBron James deciding to return to Cleveland this offseason. LeBron said, "I feel my calling here goes above basketball. I have a responsibility to lead in more ways than one, and I take that very seriously. My presence can mean more here where I am from. I'm ready to accept the challenge." Kevin, he's looking to uplift his community.
No place like home, Doris. No place like home. Thank you. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
Here's Irving. The Knicks making the shot. And there's the rejection. And he recovers it. LeBron outside. Back to Irving. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy start to finish.
And for Kyrie, he can play all 82, Steve, and put this all to rest. But when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do, Kevin. He's got to put together a season or 2 where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will put that label to rest. And it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 17, and they're able to recover. James wide open, and it's off from 3-point range. Knicks trail by 10, and here's Anthony for 3. Good, and it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Cavaliers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Irving dishes to LeBron. Shumpert in the corner. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. And we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
James against Anthony. The drive by LeBron. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And another miss by Cleveland.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve is finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint.
Now here's Iverson. 12 points for him. Fade away. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
He's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Cleveland leading by 4. Timeout called the Cavaliers. The problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at them and analyze them, they were really an average team.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Now here's Love. 8 points for him. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Knicks trail by 4.
Well, even with the weakness of the Eastern Conference last year, the Knicks unable to get into the postseason. It was a subpar year across the board. They're looking to bounce back now.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, you know, when you look at most playoff teams, there's an established, clear identity of who they are and how they play and what they rely on night in and night out. The Knicks didn't have any of that.
Jefferson's shot is off. New York's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Anthony with the bucket.
The defense better start paying attention and taking care of business because he's been great from the arc this half.
Shumpert passes to Jefferson. Kicks it to Love. They double-team Love. Jefferson dishes to Shumpert. Nobody near Irving. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half. Anthony kicks to Calderon. Some nice passing by New York here. Dishes it to Anthony. Back to Iverson. Pass to Chandler. The feed to Calderon. For the lead. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Iverson. That's 28 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, I mean, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Cavaliers trailing. Outside jumper. He dishes it to Irving. Now Love inside and stolen by Iverson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Williams in for Iman Shumpert. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Luis Scola, he's checked in for T. Johnson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Allen Iverson. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Here's Aflalo after the made shot from Mo Williams. Scola, a screen on Jefferson. And the basket by Johnson. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this. They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Cavaliers are gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Thompson sets the pick for Irving to the middle. They get a hand on it and taken away by Johnson. The dish now to Aflalo. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Let's take a look at the stat sheet for Mo Williams. How his season went last year. Last season, put up about 9 points per game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving. Here's Dellavedova following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. From outside the arc, and he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got 7 points in the game.
This has really become an intense ballgame ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
And Shaq with the slam. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over there.
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Here's Scola, and the Knicks good for 2.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Here's Dellavedova. He's got 9. Williams with the ball, now guarded by Aflalo. Here's James. No good. And New York the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Aaron Aflalo coming off his best season yet, Steve, an 18-point-per-game score. Shooting well from the field, 3-point range, and the line.
And Kevin, when you think about the efficiency, it's made even more impressive when you consider that he drew a lot of defensive focus.
And, you know, Aflalo has always been a hard worker, but starting in the summer of 2013, he took his offseason regimen to a new level, working out 3 times a day for 12 weeks. He wanted to ensure he had the legs to defend and produce offensively at a high level. And as always, his work has paid off.
Now here is Varejao. 6 to shoot. The drive by James and the block by Johnson. And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
And you look at Aflalo, an all-star candidate last season. I think Orlando's losing record kept him out. But if he can continue to produce in a winning situation, I like his chances.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. He gets it up. What a play. He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd, and it's all tied up. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. The Knicks shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. We've got Anthony. Scola out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. That's good. 21 points for LeBron. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
That's a big basket there, and you can expect them to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
Cavaliers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Williams passes to Mozgov. Now Love inside. It's Mozgov, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by James. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around. The championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
Kyrie Irving is checked in for Mo Williams. And then for New York, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Shaq. T comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And for LeBron, Clark, do you think from a competitive standpoint it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts. But I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other consideration for him and his family.
And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with the front office shaking.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013 and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
It's rebounded by New York.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Anthony gets it to go.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Now they've taken it up another notch, Clark, looking very confident out there.
And for the Knicks coaching staff last season, you think about it, guys, it had to be tough. The GM who hired you no longer with the organization, and ownership basically saying championship or bust. A lot of different pressure coming from different sources in the Knicks situation.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Passes to Mozgov. That one wide left.
And with a new front office again this season, the Zen Master, Phil Jackson at the helm, new coaching staff. We'll see if the Knicks can create a stable foundation moving forward.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show, and the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Irving, good.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
And Anthony gets it to go.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Irving drives in. Count that one. Irving's got 17 points here in the second half. Here is Calderon. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Love. LeBron with it. He feeds it to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 28 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
Well, that's important, Clark. I mean, he's conscious of the fact that moving the ball around gets the defense to move. It forces them to work, and it creates a better offensive flow for his own team.
And that one's good. 16 points for Iverson.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here. This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Well, they're in great position here, and it's thanks in large part to their three-point shooting.
You called that right. They are lighting it up from behind the arc this half.
And good on the basket. Book it. 32 points for Kyrie Irving.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Calderon, that's good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Irving dishes to Mozgov. Feeds it to LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Out to the right wing. All sorts of time. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Knicks?
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And that one's good, Irving.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
That's good. 13 points for T.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Irving kicks to Love. A three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks leading by 7. Goes up on the wing and right on target. Good. 18 points for Iverson.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Well, last season, that even though he had hoped guys to remain in Nick, Carmelo Anthony wanted to at least experience free agency. And Steve, something that he's really never gone through.
Well, it's understandable, you know, for a player of his notoriety and his caliber. You know, you might not want to make a move to a new team, but just that feeling of having the choice, I think is something that a lot of players crave during their careers.
T, and again, it's New York.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Offensive rebound. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kevin Love. New York shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit.
And for Carmelo, there was no question the Knicks would offer him a full max contract. A bigger contract than any other team could offer. But given their struggles, it still had to be a tough decision for him.
That's good.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Here's Iverson. And that one goes long.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, kind of ironic that Melo said he wanted to experience free agency. You know, if he just waited and signed with the Knicks in July back in 2011, that team would have been left with a lot more assets and players who could have helped him win.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Iverson. He has 20 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
Yeah, to watch him spread the ball around, get everybody involved is a thing of beauty.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He warned his team to get back in transition defense, saying they're giving up way too many fast break buckets, and he wants an end to it. He said, hey, let's slow the tempo and make them take some tough shots. A sound defensive strategy, Kevin.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Irving attacking. And that one's good. Irving's got 41.
He's showing great leadership here, willing his team into this game with this performance, doing everything in his power to cut into the lead.
T. Love grabs the board. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. LeBron, left side. He had a nice open look right there. And now it's only a 5-point Knicks lead.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Calderon for 3. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Irving drives in. Iverson with the block. .59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And Anthony gets it to go.
Clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for New York.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win will give them a nice boost down the road when they face this club again in the 2nd and 3rd games of the season series.
Yeah, predictably, the stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Anthony. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
And the shot is good. Early's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
It's going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Mo Williams is checked in for Shumpert, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. It's Bielitsa, an easy 2 points on the layup. And now it's a 12-point New York lead.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Here's Early. It falls.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man backed off on me, shoot it. If I got two, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
So we get our first win, and Carmelo Anthony gets 44 points. Iverson almost gets a 20-20 game, and Karl Anthony Towns gets a double-double. So I thank you for watching the second episode of the New York Knicks MyGM, and I'll see you later.